Okay, so I wanted to sort of clarify what happened last night with my Twitter slash Facebook tweet status update marathon. I had to go to the emergency room last night, or technically Sunday morning at around 2 a.m. The experience went from 2 a.m. till about 4 a.m. when I was finally discharged. Really more like 4:15. Anyway, I was walking the dog last night at around 1:30 and rounding the corner on 42nd and 11th, Smokey's leash, I lost grip of it, um, and I tried to step on it so he wouldn't run, and then I started to panic, and then he sensed a panic, and he started to run, and I ran around the corner to grab it, and I fell. I slipped and fell and hit my head dead on right into one of those Siamese standpipe sprinkler things that stick out of the side of buildings for the fire department. Anyway, it hurt a lot. I thought maybe I cracked something. I felt blood coming down my face. I thought, okay, great, this is where I pass out, and then I come to, with my dog licking my face, whatever. Anyway, that was the situation. Very bloodied on my face. I looked like something out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And quickly got him back home, put him in his crate, and figured it was in my best interest to go to the emergency room just to make sure nothing else is wrong. Um, so I checked in there. Physically, I got there, like I said, around 2 in the morning, um, and I was there for 2 hours. I would have to say I saw someone, or I was being tended to for maybe 4 minutes of that 2 hours, maybe five, including the fix up of my forehead here. Anyway, it was a really bad experience in the emergency room. I've been to St. Luke's Roosevelt before. Um, that system sucks. And then I went on a sort of a Twitter slash Facebook status update marathon because I wanted to record the experience. Because I had read something online in the Times where some guy, a bicycle messenger, had his bike stolen, and he twittered about it, and within 24 hours recovered his bike, twittering about it, and this sort of Twitter ricochet went back and forth. Anyway, so I just wanted to record the experience, which, as I said, was far from good in terms of the emergency room experience. There was brief talk from a doctor that I might need stitches, but instead they went with what they call Dermabond, which is essentially a glue. I think it's the same substance that they use like on male dogs when they get neutered. Instead of stitches, they'll glue whatever. When I got Smokey, he had the glue because he had just been fixed. Anyway, I would say, unless you absolutely have to go to the emergency room, like it's life or death, avoid it when possible. And I have health insurance through the Freelancers Union. And when the health insurance through the Freelancers Union was provided by, I think, Empire Blue, my emergency room copay was 100. But when the Freelancers Union took it over, it doubled 150%. It went to 150% of that. My emergency room copay is now 250. And, as I tweeted last night, getting more and more frustrated waiting around. Now, granted, this is not a life-threatening situation, but if this were a restaurant, I would have sent it back. you know? And watching people work in an emergency room, like nurses and stuff walking back and forth, like walking like they have a toe ring that's hurting their foot. It was sort of like watching a slow motion videotape of a fish tank. It was weird. People just sort of move like they're underwater. Anyway, that's the situation. That's what I was tweeting my ass off about last night. It hurts. It's a little tender. Here it is up close. Because of the bruising, they asked me if there was any domestic violence in my home, which was understandable. And I guess that's gonna scar. So no big deal. So it's Sunday, 1 o'clock. I'm gonna take him to the dog run. Try not to work today and actually have a real live grown-up Sunday where I can start the healing process. Um, yeah. So what did I learn? Don't go to the ER unless you abso-fucking-lutely have to. Because I could have rinsed this out myself with water, which is essentially all they did, and put like a butterfly bandage over it. But there were a lot of drunk people. Saturday night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., a lot of like alcohol-related incidents in the ER. Heard a guy barf. Another guy came in. It looked like it was his birthday. He had a hat on. He was passed out on a gurney with like a barf tub in front of him. Still in a tie. The EMT's not looking too thrilled. Another guy. Yeah, a lot of drunks in the ER on a Saturday night. Not a good time. Anyway, over and out.